The World Cup final match between India and Australia at the Narendra Modi Stadium. There is excitement which is in the air. Cricket fans are excited. So are the celebrities. Some of them have headed to Ahmedabad to watch the match in person. Vivek Oberoi spoke to Arunil Saturday Times Now.
Senior actor from Bollywood, Vivek Oberoi, is joining us. How excited you are. You had seen, in fact, we all had seen you in the stadiums during the big 2011 World Cup victory. Is this your second biggest match, one can say, or at par with the Wankhede clash?
Oh, I think this is more exciting. For us, that was a victory after a very long break as Indian cricket fans to win the World Cup. And I remember that World Cup I had planned and had enough time, so I had actually travelled with the World Cup. I had actually travelled to see all different matches, all the different clashes, and eventually landed up seeing the finals at the Wankhede, and that was madness. That victory was something else. It was like a national celebration, and I'm expecting nothing less when we win tomorrow here in Ahmedabad. But this team has been different. I feel like this team instills a lot of confidence. This team, the 10 on 10 performance, 10 matches, not a single match has felt like, oh my God, this is so close to the finish. We've always felt confident that we'll pull this one. I have never seen, as an Indian cricket fan for so many years, from my childhood to now, I've never seen...
So basically you're saying this Rohit Sharma's team is different. Now, you have been a big cricket fan, fanatic, yeah, in fact. So what has changed in this team? Is it the starts that Rohit Sharma is giving, very unlikely from him, the grit and determination that Virat Kohli has been showing, Mohd Shami's comeback as well, phenomenal. What will you rate has been the main turning point and the main X factor for this Indian team?
Look, India's never had a lack of stars. We've always had phenomenal performers, or we've had great bowlers or great batsmen, individual, legendary record holders. But it takes a special talent to put all of them together and create that magic chemistry. And I think Rohit Sharma, who's going so underrated as his contribution, everybody's seeing Shami's contribution, Virat's contribution. I'm a fan of all of them. But when I observe what Rohit Sharma has done with this team, he's brought the team together with a certain kind of magic, and that's incredible. And he's done it in a way where he's sacrificing himself. He's going up the order and hammering it, and sometimes getting out cheaply, and sometimes just giving us a start that gives us so much confidence, that Neev ki eat, that foundation stone. So I think the difference has been Rohit Sharma.
It's been 20 years since India and Australia clashed in a World Cup final. 2003, a major heartbreak when Sourav Ganguly's team was defeated. Do you think this team under Rohit Sharma, obviously Virat Kohli is also one of the main pillars of this team, has it in them to go all out, defeat the mighty Australians in Ahmedabad?
I don't believe that the question is correctly framed. I think you need to invert it. I think it's whether Australia will be able to withstand the mighty Indians. Things have changed over the last 20 years, not just on the cricket field, but just the way people perceive India. Last decade has been a game changer. So I think that self-belief that every single Indian in every field, whether it's sport or whether it's industry or business or media, we feel different. We feel empowered and energized, and I think that's what's reflecting on Team India, on our cricket field, that belief that Indians go on to the ground with. And I'm super confident that we'll win tomorrow, and it will be a mighty India win.
One word for Virat Kohli as well. In the last game, he broke Sachin Tendulkar's record. One more century awaited in the big final, you think?
I think, the magic of Virat is that he's got greatness and humility at the same time. The first thing that he does after he breaks the record is he puts his arms up and he bows down to the legendary Sachin Tendulkar. It's amazing, the memes that were there, the king bows to the god. That talks about real moral character. And what a great shining example to the young people of India. My son is only 10 and he's a huge Virat Kohli fan. And when he observes that, when he sees that the way that at your peak of glory, you're still being humble and you're bowing down to somebody else whose record you've broken. That is such a beautiful Indian cultural, thought. And I love that. I love that Virat has represented that and has impressed so many young kids like my son to see that that's how glory can be.
Somebody like Mohammad Shami faced hardships, difficulties in his personal life as well, was not included in this World Cup in the initial games. It was only because of Hardik Pandya's injury that his inclusion happened. And how it happened, basically he is at present the highest world taker, not only in this World Cup but in World Cup history as well.
Correct.
What do you want to say about it?
I think Shami's incredible. I just love the man. Simple guy from Amroha. And the only thing I'd like to say that we can learn from is that, you know, Kismat you can't control. If you're sitting out, you're sitting out. You're not chosen, you can't perform, it's there. But the minute he got the opportunity, usne choda nahi. You know, he came in and gave it his all. So, uski tayari, his preparation met with the opportunity. And that's what exploded. You know, and I think that's the story. You have to always be prepared, you have to be committed, you have to be, you know, ready, because when that opportunity comes, you can't control it. But when the opportunity comes, how you respond to that opportunity, that's what Shami has shown. And he's indispensable now. Now everybody's like, where were you all this time here? Why weren't you in our team before? Why weren't you bowling before? In just 6 matches, 23 wickets, he's on fire. And I hope tomorrow, you know, he goes past Mitchell Stark.
And what will be your plans tomorrow? Obviously, you'll be watching the game. But after India wins, what will be how will you celebrate tomorrow's victory?
I have no idea, but I don't think we're going to sleep after India wins. We're going to party, we're going to celebrate, we're going to have conversations about it, we're going to relive the moments because it is a World Cup, and it's amazing that, you know, if India can do it for the 3rd time, the hat-trick, it'll be very, very special.
Australia still 5-time world champions.
That's right.
Are you worried about, as a cricket fan, are you worried
look,
about?
among all the teams that have played, the only team that I feel gave tucker was Australia. I think they're a really solid team. They've got the crazies. They've got Glenn Maxwell, who can just go, you know, mad. They've got Steve Smith, who is still to find, you know, that big form, that big game, but sometimes he just arrives. They've got Hazelwood, they've got Cummins, they've got like solid players. Zampa's doing very well on a turning track. So I think a little will depend on the toss. I feel that if India wins the toss and we bat first, and the pressure's on Australia, we've got this game. If they bat first and we're able to break through early, if Shami, Bumrah, Siraj, that magic happens early and we can keep them quiet in Ravindra Jadeja's and, you know, Kuldeep Yadav's overs, then again we've gone through. We'll win it with ease. Either of these two things don't happen, we could be in trouble. Like the last Australia match, I remember we were 3 wickets for 2 runs or 3 runs or something like that. So that jhatka shouldn't happen.